Hey guys, it's Cody with Irie-AT here, coming at you with another tip to add to the Tactile Graphics toolbox. So we've already showed you how to create equations and graphs using MathType and TactileView, but what about editing those graphs? What if you want to change the values? What if you want to add additional formulas to your graph? What if you want to change the dot pattern or change even the dot height of the grid lines in your graph? Well, in this next video, we're going to show you how to do all of that. So stick around, check it out, and let us know what you think.
Welcome to Irie-AT, Braille and Innovation.
Alright guys, now that you've created a formula-generated graph in TactileView, you may want to edit that graph, such as the values. So the first thing you're going to want to do in TactileView is you're going to want to highlight the graph by clicking on it. And once you've highlighted it, you can then right-click to open up the context menu and get a few different options in there. And so there's quite a few options, but we're going to actually pick the first option in there, which is going to be Properties Grid 1. It lists all of these different options within the Properties Grid dialog box. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. You'll notice we have highlighted grid position and appearance. Next option is horizontal axis, vertical axis, and then we have 4 different formulas that we can mess with in here. So I'm going to go ahead and change the position and appearance of the graph itself. So you can change the appearance of a few different things. We're going to go ahead and change the auxiliary lines or the grid lines in here. We can actually change the pattern of those lines, so it's not just the same pattern as the formula line itself. And by hitting apply, you'll notice in the preview window over here that we have a different dot pattern on those grid lines now. And we can also change the dot height of those grid lines to 8 different dot heights to be exact. I'm going to go ahead and set it to 6. And you'll notice when I hit apply that over in the preview windows, those lines actually got darker or bolder, indicating that are going to be a higher dot. So now I'm going to go ahead and highlight the horizontal or x-axis to change the properties. And I mentioned that we have the ability to change the values. So why don't we go ahead and change the lowest value of the x-axis to -8 and the highest value of the x-axis to +8. We also have the ability to change things such as the name of the x-axis. So I'm going to hit apply, and you'll notice over there in the preview window that we have a updated graph. I'm going to hit OK, and now I'm going to adjust the vertical axis. So I'm going to select that option, highlight it, and change properties. Let's go ahead and change the lowest value on the y-axis to -8 and the highest value to +8. And I'm going to go ahead and again hit apply. And if you check out that preview window over there, you'll notice our graph has been updated again. I'm going to hit OK. Now that we hit OK, why don't we go ahead and change the properties of Formula 1. So we not only can change the formula itself or edit the formula, we also have the ability to adjust or change the text label representation of the formula. So let's switch it from linear text to Nemeth. And you'll notice in the print preview when I hit apply that our text labels over there are actually going to switch to Nemeth. So after doing that, I hit OK, and I'm going to hit OK once more to have our graph update. And bam, there you go. Notice our graph is updated. I can go ahead and make it a little bit larger if necessary. And there you go. That is how you edit a formula-generated graph using the TactileView software. Thanks for watching today's video on how to edit graphs in TactileView. Check out our next video on how to create complex equations and graphs using the online graphing calculator, Desmos.